Today, I am going to give us a lesson on some of the not very obvious kind of things or aspects of business that you need to think about before you start your business. We call them the non-tangible or non-technical aspects of business. Many a times these are overlooked because they don't seem so obvious, they don't seem like they're really needed, but it is important to know that they're also as critical as the technical ones. In a previous video, we did the technical aspects of what you need to consider when you're starting a business, and I'm going to attach the link so that you can be able to look at them. But in this video, we are going to look at the non-tangible, those things that they may not be so obvious that you need them, but you need them so critically because they'll help you into the next step. So the first one, the number one, is self-awareness and mindset. Now, first things first, self-awareness is about knowing yourself. It's about understanding the person that you are, what makes you who you are, what's the core of you, what gives you, makes you to be the person that you're called or the person that you are. So as you enter in business, it is important for you to be able to know that, because then the business that you also get into needs to be in alignment of who you are, because until you're able to understand yourself, you may find you're struggling, or you get into business and struggle so much just because you're not aligned to yourself. You're not just who you are. I'll give an example. Let's say, for example, you start a business that requires a lot of meeting people, a lot of going to parties, a lot of talking to people and meeting people everywhere. And that can be very tiring for an introvert. Why? Because they're not wired to be with people all the time, to be talking all the time. And this business that they started, it requires them to be on that kind of journey. So what happens is that they get very tired, even they become very discouraged very easily. So it is important to know yourself, know what you're good at, so that you can stay in it. If you're not built for something, it's likely to be very strenuous. You don't easily flow with the business. Okay. And also your mindset, the Bible tells us, as a man thinketh, so he sees. So how you think, how you perceive the world, where you allow your mind to take you is where you go. So if your mindset is always positive, or at least more often than not, you look at things from the brighter side of life, then you're likely to see that even in your business, it is going to flow the same way. If you're always very negative, you need to help yourself in and start reframing your negative thoughts into positive, because otherwise it can be very, even when you're succeeding, it's actually negative thoughts make you go deeper and deeper into also of saying like you're not doing very well. It makes you compare yourself. It makes you think that there's nothing good for you. It just feeds you with all the wrong information. So learn to cultivate a positive mindset even as you're doing your business, so that then you can be able to thrive in and flow easily into the person that you are. Point number two, know your why and have a clarity of your vision. What do we mean by that? Everybody has something unique and something special about them. God created us with gifts, and God gave us something unique that we can actually give to the world. Now, if you can be able to identify why you're doing something, are you doing something because you want to bring some certain change, some certain revolution in the society? Are you trying to solve some certain problems? Are you just even doing this just for financial independence? What is the thing that has taken you into business? This is one very, very, very key question that you should always ask yourself. Those reasons can be from within and from outside. From within means they're intrinsic, they're within you. It's something that gives you the morale to continue because you understand why you're doing something. For example, there are people who have started business or done even something because they encountered some certain problems and they want to help or to resolve those issues. So it gives them a drive to continue to want it. Even if it's for financial independence, whatever it is, that why is what helps you to give you a clarity of your vision, to know where you're going and how you want to get there. Number two, it also helps you to stay connected and stay sustained in your business, even when things don't go the way you'd have expected them to go. So this is very, very key. It may not look like it's one of the things that you need to think about, but it is very, very key. Please know what is your why. Point number three, it is time management. When you're starting a business, as an entrepreneur, You are everything. You are the CEO of your business. So you're the one who goes out to make deals and look for, what products, what changes are there in the market. You're the finance manager of your business. You are also the one in customer service because you're the one who is serving the customers. Equally, remember, when you need tea, you'll make tea for yourself. If you need your shop clean, you'll also have to wash or clean your office. So you're everything. That can also be if you're not careful, one, it takes a lot of your time. You need to be able now to prioritize what you need to do when, and it is okay when you're starting to just be by yourself. I mean, maybe you've not even developed the enough capacity and cash flows to pay someone else, but it is important to know that and be aware that you're doing this by yourself. So you need to prioritize your activities so that you know what to do when, because you're doing everything. And then you need to also be able to take care of yourself, because whereas you don't even have the time, it can also take a toll on you. So it can bring you a lot of stress. It can bring you burnout to an extent that you start even regretting why you started this business. So be careful on that, because it is also very, very key. All right, point number 4 is that you need also to be able to look at the networks and the relationships that are around you. Now, when you're starting the business, a lot of times I've had business people say that it's a very lonely space. You find you're all by yourself. You don't know who is doing what. You don't know what. At times, just find people who can support you. You can start with family. Family normally is very key people. These are very key people because one, they're always there for you. But number 2 is find people who are in the space that you're getting into. This is very key because people who have already done it before can be able to help you know what are the things that you need to do or not do. Find mentors, find people who can hold your hand, and that way you can be able to move further. Even if it means customers, people who have maybe you've worked with before, or they're willing to support you so that your business can have some customers who can buy from you, even for a start, just to start your business and give even the morale to continue. It's very, very key. Now, the other one, it has affected many businesses that have ended up failing. This is the number 5 point, or the 5th point. It's about resilience, adaptability, and flexibility. What do you mean by that? Now, like we've said, if we were to actually be very honest, the road to success in a business, when you're starting your business, is not easy. You'll face setbacks. Sometimes customers are not coming. You're just staying, you open the shop, you are very consistent in doing things that need to be done, but unfortunately, nobody came in. And so, at that point, if you don't have that level of resilience, of keeping on going and understanding that it may not always go as expected, it's very key for you to have that strength so that you can be able to know how you need to stay on and sustain your energies for the business, including adaptability and flexibility. At times you may start a certain line of business, and whereas yes, I've had people need to stay on in a business for so long. At times it's always important also to know when you can be a bit flexible, maybe twist something a little bit, or do something a little bit different, or even move to something else if it is not working. See, for example, I've had businesses like Kodak, which was for a photography business. When they did not adapt to the changes of the technology as it was coming, it died. Why? Because phones came. Now you can take photos with your phones much beautiful, much, maybe probably better than the cameras of the days. So the phones have really gone to another level in terms of photography, and so people don't need to buy the Kodak camera to be able to take a photo. So probably they needed to adapt to the changes in technology for them to continue being in business. This is, maybe Kodak is big, but if you think about even small businesses where you are, the communities you're serving, just get to know what is going on in the market, so that then you can be able to build that adaptability and flexibility to do things different when duty calls for that. Now, point number 6 is what we call customer empathy, or building customer relationships. Now, remember, you don't open a business for you. You open a business so that customers can buy. Remember, in the technical aspects, we asked, who is your customer? Now, it is one thing to identify the customer. The other thing is having that empathy, that understanding where they're coming from, getting to feel their feelings. Sometimes customers are not happy, sometimes they're not satisfied with what you've given them, and probably they're complaining. They need something, you to take care of their need in a certain way. Now, when a customer complains and you start feeling like they're bothered, they're disturbing you, it is your loss. So it is important for you to have that empathy so you can see where they're coming from, understand their emotion, understand their feelings, and why they're bringing themselves or showing up to you the way they are, so that you don't see them as people who, at times we call them sumbua customers, but you see them as people who are willing even to tell you what is not working so that you can work on it and help them to do business with you. Remember, your customers are your first investors of your business, so you need to embrace them. Okay. Now, point number 7. Point number 7 is about learning. Embrace learning. It's your superpower. Now, there is a lot that keeps happening in this market. Things are changing every day. New things are coming. Technology is changing. Customer preferences are changing. What people are looking for. All things are changing all the time. See, like, for example, when COVID happened, a lot of things changed. I remember, like, for example, like for me, when COVID happened, like my work as a trainer, I had to learn how to do training online. So I had to learn how to use Zoom. I had to learn how to, do class as the way I would have done it physically, and probably even better, because I need to keep the audience or my trainees still engaged and connected to my trainings. And that is a learning. Now, that is an example. It can be anywhere, anything. Things keep changing. Learn to, just keep learning, read books, go to conferences, go to even Google. There's a lot of learning and a lot of things to know. For example, even today, there's a lot of digital marketing, there's a lot of online selling. Unless we get also to understand how to use this social media, it becomes very hard, because you're not just going to come and go into Instagram without knowing how to use it. You need to understand how you get into it, how it works, and how you need to leverage on the same so that you can do your business better. Point number 8 is about patience. Businesses are not built overnight. Businesses take time to grow, and they require your patience. Patience in the sense that sometimes you'll open the shop for a whole 1 year, you have not even broken even. You're still going back to your pockets. You're still asking for LP and there. But inside of you, think long term. You remember we talked about also having a vision. So when you have a vision, when you can see where you're going, and you have your why, strong why that keeps you sustained, then it is possible, then you can actually realize that when you're thinking your business in the long term and what it can be, then you can be able to stay connected and stay sustained even for your business to grow. Let me pick one like Amazon. I heard Amazon actually started in a car garage in Jeff's home. And that's why he started doing, collecting books and looking for how to promote them online and all that. Today, it has become a place for anything you want. This is the place to go. So remember, businesses don't grow overnight. So give yourself some level of patience. And this is where actually sometimes you give up too soon for a business which was just about to pick up, just because you didn't give yourself some little extra energy to stay on. Now, the 9th point is you need to be able to build a strong team. Staffing, or rather employing other people. You remember he said being able to know that, yes, you will do everything. But so when you're starting, you could all be by yourself. But as you grow, you need people. You cannot grow without people. So you need other people to help you. And you need to just learn how to delegate, to let some of your duties be done by someone else, so that you can focus more on the core things that help you grow your business. So as you start giving out some of the functions, finance function, human resource function, maybe customer service, maybe selling, so that you're not doing everything else, it helps you clear your diary, clear your time for other things that help you grow and expand your business. But you need also to be able to build trust with the people you work with. One of the things that I've seen many entrepreneurs struggle with is the issue of staff, because staff have either come to make or break their business, and many of them even are unable even to delegate. You employ people and you cannot find a way of getting out of your business because you don't trust these people, or these people, the moment you step out like this, things are going to go wrong. And This is one area we are also going to be looking at as we try to see how we bring in people who help us grow, not to make us break our business. Okay. And the last one, it is learn from mistakes and failures. Now, as you grow your business, you realize there are times things will not go as expected. There's times you'll make mistakes. Some of them are so bad mistakes. There are many mistakes that can happen in the business. Business, when you're starting, is like a trial and error. You can get in. Remember, in the technical space, we said start small. So starting small helps you to do this trial and error. But now learning from the mistakes and the failures is now very key for you, so that then even in that small setup, as you grow, you can remember, I made mistakes here, things didn't go well. Now I need to twist things, or I need to do things differently so that I can continue growing, so you can continue bringing in more, taking calculated risks, and even bringing in more partners who can work with you. So just learn from the mistakes you're making, the failures that you have. But let me say this, it's not just your mistakes. As you network and listen to how other people have done it, and especially if you have a mentor, make use of their time and make use of their resources and whatever they are able to give you, so that you can learn which paths did they follow and they failed. Which parts did they follow and it was easier for them? So learning from not just your mistakes and failures, but also from other people's, is going to also help you a lot. So, and even discussing with other entrepreneurs during the networking sessions and learning lessons, it's going to help you a lot. And this is what we hope also to be in the SME classroom community, so that we can learn from one another, we can be able to talk to one another and help each other be able to grow. Trust me, even if you were to be the most rich person alone in this world, it wouldn't be as enjoyable as when you are a team of people who are going towards a certain direction. I know it is a long journey, but we're in this together. Thank you for taking time to listen. Remember to subscribe, because we have more lessons coming in. And also in the comment section, let me know how this, what you learned from this, what are the key things that you take out of this, and most of all, let me know what other areas you can be able to expound on in the SME classroom, so that these lessons are going to take you to the next level. Thank you.